It's a Miss Universe tradition that dates all the way back to 1962.
Yes, that was a fantastic year. I remember it well. And here's the thing, guys. I'll just break it down for you. Here is how tonight's show works. Me and I will call out a country name. The contestants, they're going to come out in a costume that represents their home country.
Right, and I'm really excited to see these girls. I'm wondering what Miss Italy's costume is going to look like. What do you think?
I'm going to guess a pizza.
Maybe. Okay, what about Miss Belgium? What will her costume be?
Likely a waffle.
Doubtful. How about Miss Poland?
Sausage?
Okay, you do realize they don't all dress as food, right?
Actually, I was not aware of that, no.
Okay, so all of you aren't as confused as Nick. When the contestants come out tonight, we'll give you some facts about them and what they chose to wear. And just for kicks, each of the descriptions will end in a fun little rhyme.
All right, and before you really bash the rhymes, you should know that all the contestants did ask for them. So, what do you say? You guys ready to get this thing started? Let's start the show.
Albania. This national costume is based on a traditional garment that was first worn by her country's people more than a century ago. Looking bold in a design that's old, Albania.
Angola. So sparkly. When choosing her national costume, Angola was inspired by a 17th century queen, as well as colors worn by women in the southern part of her nation. It's no mystery, she's inspired by history, Angola.
Australia's national costume represents our country's iconic opera house. This hand-beaded garment features functioning lights and conventional fireworks like the ones launched on New Year's Eve. It's no wonder this costume's a hit down under Australia.
See what's coming up next. It looks like Austria.
Oh, I love her dress, guys. Thanks for tuning in live on YouTube.
Austria's costume honors one of her nation's female icons, Bertha von Suttner, a novelist who won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1905. Nothing makes her grin like a Nobel Prize win, Austria. Barbados.
And in regular on YouTube Live.
This costume conjures the Carnival spirit. It embodies her country's 6-week annual celebration when costume revelers parade through the streets in spectacular attire. If you like Carnival, then you'll have a ball with Barbados.
Belgium, representing the French, Flemish, and German communities that make up Belgium, this costume incorporates the colors of the Belgian flag
Walter says, what
into
platform
the
is being
country's national icon, inspired by a flag
I'm also
and
showing
some other
regular, so I'm streaming
flags.
on YouTube.
Belgium.
Slowly making her way to the sweet stage, we have Bolivia. Representing both regions of the country, this design was inspired by Bolivia's 2 national flowers. She loves the bold colors that make this costume really pop. Inspired by flowers, this costume empowers Bolivia. Brazil's costume was inspired by the delicate ecosystem of the Amazon rainforest. She hopes it inspires people to protect our environment. It's certainly worth protecting the earth, like Brazil. Please welcome British Virgin Islands. Inspired by the devastation of Hurricane Irma, this costume represents the beautiful beaches of the British Virgin Islands that managed to survive.
Go BVI!
It's not a reach to say life's a beach when you're British Virgin Islands.
Yes, I stopped. Like my relationship.
Bulgaria.
Yeah, Angie, it's a beautiful dress. Guys,
Bulgaria's
live,
national
so feel free to leave a
costume
comment and
represents
talk to each
traditional
other
attire
too about who your favorite contestants
Her
are.
favorite accessories are the red rose headpiece and the necklace made of coins. Surely no one opposes a head full of roses. Bulgaria.
Cambodia. This national costume is made of high-quality Cambodian silk, usually reserved for special occasions, such as weddings and formal events. The gold crown is worn by dancers when they perform for the gods. Who wouldn't be down with a large golden crown like Cambodia's? welcome Cayman Islands. This large green costume represents the beautiful plumage of the parrot, the official bird of the Cayman Islands. Not sure if you've heard, she's a gigantic green bird, Cayman Islands.
Chile. Chile's national costume was inspired by a mythological bird from the Atacama Desert. According to legend, it feeds on gold and silver, bringing luck to those who spot it. Everyone behold, she's a bird that eats gold. Chile.
You guys are going to see plenty of birds tonight, don't worry.
And feel free to comment. This is live. I can see your comments on YouTube.
Here comes Nia's biggest fan.
Good joke. That was a good joke. They said the biggest fan, your biggest fan. It's beautiful. Look, she's wearing a beautiful fan.
And that is China.
China.
Created by a lingerie designer, China's national costume features a large red fan inspired by traditional paper cutting techniques. This contestant's plan was to dress like a fan, China.
Colombia. Colombia's national costume incorporates hand-woven fabric from a town where women are known to balance baskets of fruit on their heads to sell at the market. This hand-woven suit comes with a handful of fruits. Colombia!
Colombia in the house tonight. Who are you guys here to see?
One more time, who you guys cheering for
tonight?
It's amazing, guys. Get ready for this one. We're live at
All right, well, here we have Costa Rica.
Costume preview.
Honoring her country's Gold Museum in San Jose, Costa Rica's massive costume features golden peacock feathers and plenty of crystals. If you're a fan of bling, get a load of this thing, Costa Rica.
Croatia. Made of lace, this costume took 2 months to complete. It was hand-painted by a Croatian artist to represent the country's 5 elements: sea, sky, mountains, sun, and rivers. If you're looking for lace, you found the right place.
I'll switch you.
Croatia.
Yeah. Let's check on our connection.
Race. My gosh, was she fast?
So let me know. Press 1 if the signal is still good and we should keep going. And let me know if you're on YouTube.
All right, Curacao.
Oh, you waiting for friends? Okay, stay tuned. The connection's okay? All right, we'll keep going.
Curacao, the doll on top of it. Uh-oh. She's a doll on top of an 8-layer confection in this national costume, meant to represent the traditional cake served at weddings and communions. It doesn't hurt to dress like dessert when you're Curacao.
Czech Republic. This traditional Czech folk costume has been modernized, but the design retains features and embellishments indicative of villages located throughout her country. looking fine in this floral design. Czech Republic.
Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic's costume represents the monarch butterflies that call her island nation home. This butterfly sure caught our eye, Dominican Republic.
Ecuador.
All right, guys.
Weighing
Weigh
in
in
at
Ecuador.
22
Here you go.
pounds. Ecuador's costume represents the continental regions that make up her nation. The coast, the mountains, the east, and the Galapagos Islands. This costume's grand and represents her great land, Ecuador.
Egypt. This costume represents the era of Egyptian history when women began ruling the nation. Her favorite part is the hand-sewn belt, which features designs dating back to 2200 BC. Nothing is cooler than this female ruler, Egypt.
I see everyone, so everyone wants, oh, an Egyptian queen. Yeah, Tish, she does look like an Egyptian queen. Sorry for missing your comments, guys. I see Kennedy wants to see France. Let's see who else. Oh, I know, right? Mark says what massive effort for Ecuador, and it was. Like, wow. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Are you getting this, Jill? She's actually
Welcome
rowing
to the
onto the
stage,
stage. This is beautiful.
El Salvador.
That's awesome. I know, it's awesome.
El Salvador's national costume was inspired by a love story between a warrior and a river goddess, who, according to legend, can only be seen by people that are pure of heart. If your heart is pure, one thing's for sure, you'll like El Salvador.
All right, while she slowly rows her way down the runway, let me talk to you a little bit about Sunday's show, the big telecast. You guys excited for it? Steve Harvey will be back.
And Ashley Graham.
Ashley Graham backstage. Of course, we have a performance from Fergie, so that's pretty exciting.
Woo.
And looks like El Salvador, you might want to sweep up some of those green feathers on your way out. All right, coming up now, we've got Ethiopia. Ethiopia's national costume represents garments that are traditionally worn by royalty in her country. A sight to be seen, this was made for a queen, Ethiopia.
Finland. Finland is wearing a garment made by hand in the 1950s and based on a design that dates back more than a century. She chose the costume to honor the 100th anniversary of Finland's independence. Truth be told, this costume's quite old. Finland.
France. Designed by a famous French fashion house, this costume represents the sport of fencing at the 2024 Olympic Games, which will be held in Paris. If you're great with a sword, you might win the award, France.
Georgia. Made from red velvet and embellished with crystals, this natural costume features traditional Georgian designs. She went ahead and wore something red. Georgia.
Germany. A modernized Snow White inspired gown, this costume honors the 19th century German fairy tale. Her favorite part of the costume is the unique choker. Looking all right, dressed as Snow White, it's Germany.
Ghana. Representing the rich cultural resources of Africa's Gold Coast, Ghana's national costume is a sheer, fitted yellow dress adorned with crystals and peacock feathers. A peacock feather holds this outfit together. Ghana.
Great Britain. Honoring Queen Elizabeth I, who is one of the most powerful monarchs and Britain's first influential queen, this costume fuses tradition and glamour. Not sure if you've seen, but she's dressed like a queen. Great Britain.
Costumes are so gorgeous, guys. Thanks for being
Celebrating
here.
her island's 70th anniversary as a
Out. Lots of love.
this national costume literally puts Guam on the map. The blue color represents the vast oceans, and the red stripe symbolizes the bloodshed in her country prior to achieving peace. It's a snap to dress up like a map when you're Guam.
Hi, Real. Hi. Is it Candy? Hi, Alex. You guys are amazing. I know we're going to see Thailand very soon. Very soon. Stay tuned. And St. Lucia, yes. And the Philippines, yes. Everyone stay tuned.
Guatemala. Guatemala's national costume was inspired by a tradition in her country where people fly kites over cemeteries to promote peace while also scaring away evil spirits. We're happy to say she'll keep evil at bay. Guatemala.
Apparently that's all the family. in
Guyana.
Guyana, I've been to Guyana, guys. Check out
This
Guyana.
national costume for transit to Las Vegas. Made of beads that cascade into a plume of feathers, it symbolizes the world's largest single-drop waterfall, which is known as the Jewel of Guyana. Feathers and beads is all this costume needs. Guyana.
Guyana. Guys, I spent a few weeks in Malvaruma. Guyana.
Here comes Haiti.
Here is Haiti.
Created by a Haitian designer, this costume
I did
illustrates the
volunteer
lengths
work.
that women in Haiti will go to in order to feed their families. Women, who make up 60% of the nation's workforce, carry the weight of the country on their backs. The country's surviving because the women are thriving. Haiti.
So I think the last contestant didn't walk down. Maybe her costume was too heavy or something. I don't know.
Honduras.
They all are doing a great job. Their dresses are
This
gorgeous.
colorful carnival costume represents El Indio, who fought against colonization by the Europeans. Asked to describe her costume in 3 words, Honduras chose party, party, party. If you want a costume that's fun, this outfit's the one. Honduras.
Iceland. Channeling the spirit of strong Viking women, Iceland is wearing a national costume comprising black feathers, faux fish skins, and a battery-powered axe that lights up.
Wow.
This Viking sure is striking. Iceland.
Let's welcome India. This costume represents the goddess of love and purity. Weighing in at nearly 45 pounds,
Keep posting. This is live, so keep commenting
inspired by the lotus, her country's national flower. It takes serious power
right now we have
to lift
India
this
on the
heavy
stage.
flower. India.
Oh, thanks, Mark.
Indonesia. This costume is entitled Warrior of the Orangutan. She chose this costume in order to raise awareness of the impact deforestation is having on the animal's natural habitat. Give a round of applause for this costume with a cause, Indonesia.
Culture and a futuristic vision of modern Iraqi women. It's a blast bouncing from future to past with Iraq.
Beautiful. Yes, Iraq was beautiful. Indonesia was beautiful. Stay tuned, everybody. Who's next?
Ireland. Ireland describes her national costume as a modern-day Irish superhero. She was inspired by the fact that while her country may be small, it's very mighty. Looking stylish, she's undeniably Irish. Ireland.
Alright, I'm taking these comments live. Toon Boy says cosplay superhero. Yes, I would wear that. Here's
Israel's national costume
Israel.
depicts comic book character Wonder Woman. The star of the 2017 Wonder Woman film is none other than Miss Israel 2004, Gal Gadot. Stealing the show, dressed as Gal Gadot, it's Israel.
You guys are so kind. I think I found all the fans and family behind me. So thanks for tuning in live. I'm Rocky Nash. I'm live in Las Vegas and I'm Hollywood for the
Italy.
costume preview for the press. Here's
Italy's embroidered costume was provided by a well-known designer who is also the artistic director of an event that takes place along the Grand Canal in Venice. This outfit's a salute to a country shaped like a boot, Italy.
Oh, there's Italy. Italy's going. You're welcome, Mark. Mark John Ritz. Caballero, you are welcome. I can't wait to. Jamaica.
Depicting the legend behind Jamaica's Martha Gray River, this costume represents a mythical mermaid who was instrumental in a battle between the Spaniards and Latinos. No one could throw shade at this
Korea's national costume transforms from a ninja-inspired ensemble
Very
into a
cool.
traditional Japanese kimono.
Yeah, of course. I appreciate you all
From
being
the
here.
land of the
Thanks for
rising
being here
sun,
all night.
she's got two costumes in one. Japan.
Oh, that was cute. That was amazing. Woo, you guys catch that? Japan had two costumes in one. That was awesome. Did you see that? That was amazing. Thanks for all your compliments. Thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing to my new YouTube
Kazakhstan.
live. Here's Kazakhstan.
Handmade by famous Kazakh designer, this gown is embellished with natural pearls and crystals, topped off with a traditional bridal hat and veil. Beaming with pride while dressed as a bride. Kazakhstan.
Yeah, it has to be. And it had the most reaction.
I don't know who my favorite is. This is so amazing, guys. We are live, so keep commenting who your favorite is. I'm seeing Japan, Philippines,
As she makes her way to the
Thailand.
stage, let's give a hand for Paula Shugart, the president of Miss Universe, sitting right there in the front row. And welcome, Korea.
Here's Korea.
Korea's national costume was inspired by garments traditionally worn by her country's queens. She feels like royalty in this red silk robe. If you see what I'm seeing, you'll love this Korean, Korea.
Wow, she's beautiful. She's like a doll. Okay, I see Fred is saying Philippines. Bonnie Mark is
Next
saying
up,
Thailand.
Laos.
Mark also.
Made from authentic silk, this golden garment is undeniably regal.
Aaron Vincent.
The fabric's
Lasanke is also
ornate
saying
patterns and
Philippines.
intricate
Sabina's saying
details are
Thailand.
indicative of her nation's iconic textiles. I bet the house on this costume from Laos. Laos.
How'd you do it? Yes.
Yeah, hi Christian, yes this is live. Hi Anna. Hi No City No, Thailand, Korea. Hi Fred. So Philippines
All
will
right,
walk the
welcome,
stage soon. We are live on
Lebanon.
YouTube at my channel, Rocky Nash Live. Yes, we just saw
This
Kara's costume. It was
decades-old
wonderful.
garment was once worn by a famous Lebanese singer, actress, and fashion icon during one of her movies. It's not bizarre to be dressed like a star when you're Lebanon.
So everyone, I think it's an alphabetical. I don't know. I'm thinking it's an alphabetical order. So stay tuned. We still have Philippines coming. We still have Malaysia coming. Don't worry. Stay tuned. You're welcome, Thai.
Welcome to the stage, Malaysia.
Malaysia.
This costume represents the national food of Malaysia, known as fat rice. The banana leaf on the back was made using a traditional technique in which candle wax is dipped on silk. It must be nice to be dressed up like rice. Malaysia!
I know what you all have been waiting for. You all are counting down the contestants.
Malta.
Our alphabetical order. Stay tuned.
Her country's top carnival designers created this costume for Malta. It features a flurry of feathers, a beautiful headpiece, and the white and red colors of the Maltese flag. This headpiece
Guys, this
is
live. Hi,
authentic
Jen.
Maltese.
Philippines is coming. Hi,
Malta.
Sanford. Thailand is coming. You're waiting for St. Lucia, Griandi. Mexico, Luis Angel Luna Martinez is Mexico. Jesus Perugo. And Christian Ponzala wants to see Philippines as well.
Mauritius! This national costume joyous dance.
And the Black
She's
Sheep
also
did have
carrying
Colombia,
the
so
musical
definitely
instrument
watch
that
the
is
replay.
traditionally
Thanks for being
used to
here
accompany
live
the
at Rocky
dancer.
Nash Live on.
She's happy to dance when
Hey,
given the
Chelo,
chance.
salud.
Mauritius.
Who do you want to see? This is Mauritius. Puerto Rico. We're going in alphabetical order. Okay, everybody, we already know. We have lots of family from Mexico in the audience.
Mexico, Mexico. Mexico chose a well-known artist and feminist as the inspiration behind her national costume. She believes in always fighting for the rights of women in her country. This costume fights to promote women's rights, Mexico.
You're welcome, Jen. Nacario. Beautiful. Mexico's just as straight up. Hi, Rafael Rufo. Hi, friend.
Myanmar.
Here's Miramar.
Myanmar's massive national costume represents a traditional Burmese folk music ensemble of gongs and drums.
Wow.
You'll know when she's coming because you'll hear the loud drumming. Myanmar. Let's give that one another round of applause.
I know, right? Mark is saying back-to-back national costume winner. Like, oh my word. She brought an entire set with her. Yes.
That looks heavy.
That was fierce. She deserves some
And
type
guys,
of
just so
award
you know,
for that.
you will be able to vote for a finalist this
You
year.
guys will be able to vote.
Just make sure you head on over to vote.missuniverse.com for
Vote.missuniverse.com
details.
to vote. You guys saw it here live on Rocky Nash Live. This is my new YouTube channel. Share it out, subscribe.
And please
like.
welcome Namibia.
Hi guys. Hi Candy, Raphael. Hi Alessandra.
Coordinating with her campaign to protect the white rhino and stop poaching, Namibia chose this simple garment which sends a powerful message. It isn't preposterous to save a rhinoceros when you're in Namibia.
What a great cause. What a great cause. I love that she used that for her costume. Hi from Vietnam. Hi Pupen. Hi the Black Sheep. I know Miramar had an amazing costume. Guys, stay tuned. We are not done. St. Lucia's coming. Philippines is coming. Look who's here.
Nepal.
Nepal. Hi,
The
Darawan.
embodiment of spirituality. Nepal's costume represents the spiritual path humans take on their journey to nirvana. The circular golden headpiece weighs in at nearly 7 pounds. Wear this if you wanna take a trip to nirvana, Nepal.
We are live, so I'm going to talk because we're live. On the replay, you guys can comment too. But right now, I want you to talk so I can shout you out.
Keep that energy up, folks. There's
Yes,
only about
Vietnam is
120
coming.
countries to go.
Thanks, Jethro. Jeff says I look like Rihanna. Hi, Jolie.
Okay,
Hi,
welcome to the
Inga.
stage,
Here's
Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Created by a Dutch designer, this costume incorporates elements from her country's flag, which features 3 lions. She's also wearing custom finger ornaments made from gold. If you're trying to look like a lion, see Netherlands.
New Zealand. A depiction of the goddess of fire. New Zealand's costume features black feathers. Those feathers represent the misperceptions that shadow her indigenous people. With a strong desire to be the goddess of fire, it's Netherlands. New Zealand!
Please subscribe, turn on ring the bell so that you get the notifications when I go live next. I'm also doing a 360 broadcast right now, so you can watch that one as well. I know they're trying to rhyme, Team Boy, it's funny. I got you guys covered.
represents the base of a famous volcano in her country. The beautiful, bright colors are a source of pride for this contestant. Look out below, this volcano might blow Nicaragua.
Aw, thank you, Jen. So clever, blends me in, says that even the stage is PH for Philippines. He's definitely rooting for Philippines. Brazil was here, so watch the replay, guys. Definitely watch the replay. Philippines and Thailand, Vietnam, they're all coming soon. But they're doing it in alphabetical order. Yes, Jethro, I'm always prepared. Live and serious.
Nigeria. Behold the Nigerian coat of arms. It represents unity and faith, reach and progress. Featuring an eagle and horse, it's a coat of arms, of course, Nigeria.
Beautiful for Nigeria. You're welcome for the live. Hi, Olafai. Hi, Kawadi.
And for those of you watching in-house here, just remember the preliminary competition is on this very stage Monday night, co-hosted by the reigning Miss Universe, who I see in the audience. Give her a hand.
Oh, there she is. Miss Universe right there.
All right, and please turn your attention to Norway. Here we have a goddess Viking. This all-white look is meant to represent the snowy mountains and the Norwegian winter. She's a delight, all decked out in white, Norway.
Vamos, Panama!
Panama. This contestant brought two different national costume options with her. One was inspired by Pearls of the Pacific Island, and the other by the national eagle of her country. Who really knows, but I'm guessing she chose the eagle. Panama.
Vamos, Panama!
I think that's Panama right there. Here's Paraguay.
The Wind Woman. This headpiece features feathers and an arrow, representing the strength and wildness of her country's women. It'd be wrong to think the wind wasn't strong, like Paraguay.
So exciting. Thanks for being here, guys. I love you too. Hi, Tom. This is cool. Thanks for being here, guys. I love live on YouTube.
Peru.
Ooh, fierce.
This national costume is inspired by a warrior's son. The sun was the god of the eagle and gave strength to its
Hi,
people.
is it Reach? Hi,
It
Reach.
sure is fun to be a warrior's son. Like Peru.
Yes!
That's it for Philippines. Please welcome the golden chicken, a legendary bird and mainstay of southern Philippines art. The large headpiece, golden swimsuit and skirt is a symbol of good fortune. If your luck needs a booster, check out this golden rooster, Philippines.
That was gorgeous. That's the most beautiful dress I've ever seen. Gorgeous.
Poland. This costume is inspired by her country's coat of arms, which features a white eagle and a gold crown. A bird in a crown is how she gets down. Poland.
Portugal. Because her country is close to the sea, Portugal's national costume is blue. It represents both a body of water and sea life. It doesn't get much hotter than this body of water, Portugal.
I'll never forget that.
My hand is so tired from holding this phone, but I'm doing it for you guys. So thanks for subscribing. Thanks for turning notifications. Ooh, pretty. Check it out.
Puerto Rico. The red flamboyant is one of the most colorful trees in the world. The tree is originally from Madagascar, but is iconic in Puerto Rico. As you can see, she's dressed like a tree. Puerto Rico.
Romania.
Hi, Romania. They're all so beautiful. I'm like rooting for
This
them.
national
They're
costume
absolutely
represents Transylvania's own Dracula. But fear not, as Miss Romania says, this version of Dracula is both feminine and well-mannered.
So Christian is
It's a lot less
asking when is the
scary when
preliminary
Dracula's
competition.
married, like
So the
Romania.
competition is actually next week on the 26th. That's okay. I can answer questions. Don't worry. Ask away. We're live. Toon Boy says well-mannered Dracula. That was a very nice Dracula.
Russia.
Here's Russia.
This national costume is representative of a Russian style of ceramics. The skirt is decorated with flowers and embroidered with stones and crystals.
Yeah, Indonesian.
Seeing her dressed as pottery is like winning the lottery. Russia.
Russia. So the current Miss Universe is right here. Current Miss Universe is right there. She's right. You can see her.
Here comes Saint Lucia. This costume represents one of St. Lucia's rarest species, the whiptail lizard. The lizard is under the threat of extinction due to climate change. It's easy to smile when you save a reptile like St. Lucia.
So Fig is saying Japan or Myanmar for the winner. Who is your favorite? I see St. Lucia, Thailand. Of course, Philippines is a favorite here. Who are you rooting for? Yeah, Philippines were beautiful golden chicken.
Singapore.
Gorgeous. Colombia, yes,
This
Colombia,
outfit is
Mexico.
inspired by
all
one of
beautiful.
Singapore's most iconic structures, the Super Tree. Her country is known as the Garden City, so the costume is embellished with flowers and LED lights. I beg your pardon, is she dressed like a garden? Singapore.
Oh my goodness, the rhyming is hilarious. Yes, Mexico was awesome. France was nice. I love it. Keep mentioning your favorites. I love it. I'm having a hard time choosing.
Slovak Republic. This blue costume is adorned with traditional Slovakian ornaments. It was made by a well-known
Thanks,
Slovakian
Ryan.
designer who typically works with classic blue materials. It's certainly true, this contestant loves blue, maybe a little black. Slovak Republic.
Slovaks are like absolutely gorgeous, simple, comfortable, love it.
Slovenia.
Here's
Dressed as a traditional Slovenian fairy overlapping dresses, and a shawl made from netting. A cloth headpiece completes the look. Being surrounded by nets is as good as it gets for Slovenia.
It's like a wedding dress. I could rock that. Thanks for tuning in live. I'm Rocky Nash. I'm here in Las Vegas, Atlanta, Hollywood, and Whispering. Just press around. Lots of press.
South Africa. This costume is inspired by South Africa's national flower, the Queen Protea. It is Debbie Lee's favorite flower and sprouts mainly in the region that she grew up in. You might try, but you can't look as good as this plant, South Africa.
Yes, I agree. They're all so wonderful. People are saying who has the most fans. I think Thailand,
Spain.
Philippines, Ecuador.
Over the past month, designers around the clock to get this costume done in time. It represents the work of Salvador Dali, the famous Spanish painter. This costume couldn't be quainter because it's inspired by a painter. Spain.
The judges are cracking me up with this rhyming. It's so funny.
Sri
I think that was
Lanka.
hilarious. I love it.
This national costume is made from a hand-loom fabric with seashells for an island twist. It's adorned in pearls, the jewelry her country is most famous for. Not many girls could pull off seashells and pearls like Sri Lanka.
Keep it going. Keep mentioning your favorite. Let me know who you're voting
Sweden. This outfit honors the 400-year anniversary of the Dala horse, a popular Swedish souvenir. Along with the making of this costume, 400 children were invited to paint Dala horses that were sent to kids in Nepal and Mongolia. She could teach horses on how to paint horses. Sweden.
This is an alphabetical order, so don't worry. Your other favorite contestants are still coming. Let's talk about the guys behind you.
Tanzania. This national costume is a modernized version of a traditional Tanzanian outfit. It's made from leather and wood, and Lillian said it makes her feel a bit like a tree. It's easy to see why she feels like a tree. Tanzania.
Hi, DJ and Hasa from the Philippines. Guess who's here?
Thailand. This national costume represents an ancient story explaining the existence of thunder and lightning. Maria is seen here playing the god of thunder. Perhaps it's this time if you hear a roar in the sky. Thailand.
I think half of Bangkok is here tonight. Trinidad and Tobago. This costume is inspired by the coquito, the only game bird on the island of Tobago. The bird is unique for its long tail and quaint morning calls. Bird is the word for Trinidad and Tobago.
Here's Turkey.
This outfit is inspired by the woman of the Anatolia region. This 6-foot-tall beauty feels connected to this traditional folk dance costume complete with a beautiful belt. She's looking fine in a belt that's divine. Turkey!
Swimner is saying where are some of the other contestants. It's going in alphabetical order, so just watch my video.
Ukraine.
It already came out. It's in alphabetical order.
This costume honors a holy temple that is more than 1,000 years old. Elegant in front, the back opens up to reveal the famous St. Sophia Cathedral. Looking for a church? On her back you can search Ukraine.
Wait, there's a church in her back.
Uruguay!
It's going to be hard to choose.
This national costume is based on the national bird of her country, the taro. It's a silly looking creature with a small body and long legs. It's not absurd to be a long-legged bird when you're Uruguay.
USA! Meet the science she-woman. The she standing for silver and helium. This costume represents powerful women scientists who want to change the world. Forming an alliance between young women in science, it's USA!
U.S. Virgin Islands. Feast your eyes on the national bird of the U.S. Virgin Islands. She chose this costume because yellow is a color of true resilience and prosperity. In addition, 100 yellow stones adorn her headpiece. This yellow bird stands out from the herd, U.S. Virgin Islands.
Represents strong Venezuelan women who are fair and balanced, intuitive, spiritual, and above all, free. There's nothing wrong with a woman as strong as Venezuela.
¡Bravo, Venezuela! ¡Bien, mi negra!
Our family right here. I've been to so many of these places, so I'm super excited. I've been to Guyana, I've been to Venezuela, I've been to China, I've been to
Vietnam.
so many places. Korea.
This traditional Vietnamese dress features several cultural looks. Most recognizable are the large conical hats and color combinations inspired by local festivals. A pointy hat is where it's at when you're in Vietnam.
It was classy, that was beautiful.
Zambia! Isabel wanted a national costume that truly represented her country, and two things came to mind. Copper and her national bird, the eagle. It's always proper to dress like a bird made of copper. Zambia! Well, what'd you guys think?
You guys can vote.
Saw a lot of birds tonight. We learned a lot about history.
Thanks. It's a
Yes,
pleasure to
if
meet
you want to know any anything about birds or carnival, this is to come. So I think the big thing you take away from this is, look, they spent a lot of time, put a lot of effort into these costumes. Let's give them one last big round of applause.
Make sure we can hear you back there. There we go. Make sure you guys are all tuning into the show this coming Sunday, the 26th.
Correct.
Yes, we want to see you there. We want to see you hashtagging and tweeting and connecting with us.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino, and have a great night. Thanks.
Good night.